Hey guys, what's up? It's Ryan. Today we're going to be making a little bit different of a video, kind of similar to my day in the life of a chef. We're actually going to be following along with Andrea Ulrich and Alden Ong, two chefs I really respect. Today these two chefs are going to be hosting a pop-up here in Vancouver of Filipino-Jamaican barbecue. A pretty cool fusion not many people have heard of, let alone many people attempted. So I'm very excited to see how this is going to turn out. I'm just going to follow them behind the scenes. We're going to, just film everything we can. Excited.
A little bit nervous all the time.
I'm super excited. I'm like incredibly nervous, like curious.
For the
We're like, why don't we just cook our own food?
in the barbecue sense.
Yeah.
Because it's like more casual, they're more fun, I guess. Because like we could easily have done like a little bit soigné,
Yeah, we could have made it a little more fine dining.
like plated food, but
Totally.
this is more fun. This is more
Yeah.
unique. No one else is doing it.
Maybe more sauce. Yeah. No, I do know of one guy. I don't know if it was a pop-up, but shout out to Adrian Fort, Top Chef Canada. He actually has started looking into a lot more Filipino cuisine, but he also does cook quite a bit of like Caribbean. And I don't think it's something that is as popular, but it's definitely an untapped market that should be looked into, because I think there's a really good place in food culture to have the two together.
So garlic, lime zest, and olive oil, and garlic. And then tomato.
Moments before the storm.
I follow a lot of like barbecue pitmasters from Austin. So like Leroy and Lewis, one of the best, like I would even say pioneers of new school barbecue. So they did the beef cheeks, they were the first one to do it. Chud's Barbecue, which is Bradley Robertson, who works at Leroy and Lewis, and he did the oxtail, and that's where I kind of learned it. So I just wanted to try it on my own, and it was great.
This is the oxtail? It looks so good. So good.
Traditionally, oxtail in Jamaica is like one of those one-pot wonders. It's kind of like a huge culmination of all the different people that have inhabited Jamaica. But it's mishmash, and like over the years, it's kind of developed into like one of these national dishes that everybody makes. Traditionally, it's just something that's like low and slow Sunday meal, and you just kind of throw it all together, and it comes out great.
Now that is gonna be pretty fucking spicy.
Because I'm not a big spice guy. So to me, spice, I love spice, I love teaching about spice, but I don't consume spice. But the level of spice, it went from mild, flavorful, and robust. Today, all the spice and the blends of spices with all the barbecue was beautiful.
I hope you brought your passports, because you're about to take a trip to Flavor Town.
Yeah, let's just talk about the belly, right? Like 4 days in the fridge, you wash it, you let it hang, you hot smoke it for like 2 hours in the rational, and then you let it cool down, which is like another like 6 hours, and then you cut it, you go to where the smoker is, you smoke it for 6 hours, 4 to 6 hours, cool it down, then you braise it for 3 hours. So that alone it's an insane amount, but like all like segregated into like different time frames.
What was great about today is when you're eating the food, you can taste love, care, and proper technique went into the creation of the dishes. It wasn't thrown together. It was really good, and it was really well done.
Jerk chicken and pork sausage. Basically, it's a fun play on Jamaica's jerk chicken. I think it's a pretty well-known dish, probably the most well-known dish out of Jamaica. Million different variations and muddled down for the Westerners throughout the years, but this was a really good play on those seasonings, and my first time making sausage, so I thought it was a really fun challenge to tackle and kind of figure out how to modernize but still pay a very good respect to the natural flavors that come from a jerk chicken. I live life. Or yeah, I don't know, I guess it's like Jamaicans would say, you mash it up.
Pre-performance stage price, right? difference between like dancing, right? You don't see the audience. It's all like pitch dark. So if the lights are on you,
Yeah.
it's easier. So like cooking is so much harder.
The dish that spoke to me the most about like was this Mandela kind of deal was the kare kare cauliflower. Traditionally, kare kare is like an oxtail that we kind of cook for a long time. But then this guy was using vegetables, which also, as a Filipino, wow.
Okay, Filipino food, not a lot of vegetables. Like there's a vegetable dish, there's gonna be pork belly in there or like shrimp, right? So that's something that as a Filipino person outside the Philippines is trying to represent, it's very hard to do because we do a lot of vegetables here, right? At farmers and in Vancouver at least. And we have a lot of access to great vegetables. So that's a particular challenge, especially the peanut kare kare, which is the sauce, is usually paired with oxtail. But then, you know, because it's Jamaican Filipino and oxtail is their like dish, right? I was like, okay, well, that has to go to Jamaica. So like, you know what? I'll take cauliflower because it's a vegetable that takes well with smoke, and then you know pair it with this like peanut sauce. So it's also like don't be afraid to play around with food, with what you have here, with your memories of your culture, because that will create, like I said, I think I mentioned it before, like an elevation. You know, it like it like creates just like a different version of it, you know. And you know, people taste it, they're like, oh wow, this is what, let's say, Filipino or Jamaican food is, but
Totally.
with the local ingredients here,
Absolutely.
right? And that creates this whole like acceptance and like, I guess, education.
Don't be afraid to explore it, and don't be afraid to, you know, represent, because that's who you are. You shouldn't hide it from anyone. You should embrace it and really, you know yourself and know your work.
It's like, is it this? Or like, ah! Or like
They're like,
this? Or backhand? Anyway, sorry.
Badminton.
Or ping pong.
Oh yeah.